Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Irony Boxing coming through with this my 50-second live. We are going to talk about this thing called boxing. Let's see. God bless every single one of you. I hope you're all having a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever the case may be. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, let's start the way we always start and finish our lives. That's with the Lord's Prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, God, for everything. Oscar Perez in the house. How you doing, my favorite carnal, all the way from Mexico? Yes, sir. How you doing today, my brother? Awesome, awesome. Um, we put the link there. I have like 2 hours today, so let's make the most of it. Let's see. What do we have on the news today? Let's see. That's Carlos Monzon over in your screen right there. I'm looking at the UFC schedule. They have like a fight tonight on this Saturday, and then they are done for the year. Okay. Obviously, we all know Paddy Pimblett is going up against Justin Gaethje in January. They're fighting for the right to get their asses whooped by Ilya Topuria. Let's see who's the winner. Uh, Ilya Topuria is my guy, fellas. That's El Matador. I know he's going through a bunch of shit right now, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Uh, Lamont Roach wants Pitbull Cruz rematch in Washington. Oh boy, oh boy. Um, I've seen like half the fight. I haven't seen the whole fight. It was a pretty dirty fight. Um, Badu Jack says Noel Mikelian undeserving of rematch. Quote, I'm going to dominate. I hope you do, Badu. You know, the double OG in the house. He gave me a memorable fight against James DeGale. I remember that fight vividly. Okay. He's way up there in age, so I hope he goes out. I just hope he doesn't see Jao Petaya, bro. That's my hope for Badu Jack. For your sake, I mean, I'm not a big fan, but I'm not a hater either. I respect him. How could you not, right? He had that nasty cut against Marcus Brown, I think it was, and so on and so forth. So we'll see. They're fighting either this weekend or next week, and something like that. We'll see. Hang on a second. Isn't Imam Katai fighting today? Oh, a sec. I should be. Maybe I should call that fight. Let's see. They're fighting in Canada. I don't know if they're over and done already or what the case is, but I think Imam Khattaab is fighting today, isn't he? I saw something yesterday on the boxing schedule. We'll see. Let's see where we at here. Boxing. WNBA. Yeah. Who the fuck watches that? Um, nope. It's not today, apparently. Uh, nah, it's not today, from what I see. Honestly, Oscar says, honestly, I have Ilya beating anyone except them guys with crazy wrestling skills like Islam. You know, that's a great point, Oscar. What about Arman Sarukian? What about Arman Sarukian? Because not for nothing, I know he pulled out last minute against Islam. That was really bad. You know, that's why Dana has been snubbing him for a title shot. But I mean, Arman. I don't know. Because I'm not the biggest Arman Sarukian fan. I thought he was, bro. Charles Oliveira came so close against Arman, bro. You remember when he had him in the guillotine? Oh my goodness. But I don't know. I don't know. He deserves it. He deserves it way more than Patty bum ass Pimblett does. That's for damn sure. But I don't know. Do you think Arman Sarukian beats Ilya? I mean, damn, he probably can. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here we go. Ryan Rosicki. That dude is dangerous. Ryan Rosicki warns Jayo Petaya after Sin Cara KO. Don't believe your own hype. Ring and IBF champion Jao Petaya scored his fourth consecutive stoppage win last weekend to emphatically dismiss mandatory challenger Hussein Sin Cara in 8 rounds, capping an active year with 3 title defenses. Yeah, David Nika over in January, Claudius Cuello in the middle of the year, and now Hussein Sin Cara. It's the busiest he's been since 2019 when stepping up through the levels from domestic and regional championships towards world level opposition. As such, Canada's Ryan Rosicki is respectful of the 30-year-old and his standing atop 200 division, the 200-pound division. However, the ring's number 4 rated cruiserweight contender, oh, okay, that's Ryan Rosicki, awesome, does believe he will represent a big step up in competition from who the Sydney Southpaw has been facing of late. Oh boy. I cannot deny that. I mean, Ryan Rosick is dangerous as holy hell, guys. He's 20-1 with 19 knockouts. I mean, come on, bro. Quote for what I'm from what I've seen, I think he's probably the best in the division. Rosicki told the ring. Yeah, not probably. He's the best in the division by a million miles, guys. Um, if quote if that fight happens to come my way 100% I'll take it. Yeah, he ain't no Chris Billum Smith, that's for damn sure. He has not fought anyone near me. uh maybe that's true, I gotta think about that. I've seen some of his fights and he's fighting lower level of opposition. I mean, Maris Breedis, I understand he wasn't in his prime, but he was still a tough motherfucker. um David Nika is no slouch. But I see what he's saying. After watching I mean, who else is there? It's not like he has Evander Holyfield and Mohamed Kawi there to fight. Surdo's running away from you. What do you want? In my opinion, his opponent didn't look world class. That's true. He got hit and wobbled in the second round. Yeah, he got hit with a shot and he got wobbled. Okay, I believe if that was my right hand that hit him, he would not have got up. Probably. I mean, you got a point, bro. You got a point, Ryan Rosick. I don't know if I agree with the whole thing you said, but you definitely got a point. Oscar says, honestly, I have. Okay, I read that one. It says, "Ooh, I think so, Oscar. Arman versus Ilya to me a 50. Yeah, it's whoever can impose their will, right? That's that. Arman. I'll tell you this. Arman to me is the most. Between Arman Sarukian and Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gagey, because he's one of those 3, right, that is facing Ilya next. Arman is the one with that I'll give the most chance of beating Ilya, in my opinion. You know, I think Arman has the best chance of beating Ilya, Oscar, in my opinion. You know, but Ilya versus Patty, that shit would sell like crazy, bro. Yeah, there it is. Oscar says Patty and Ilya got bad blood, bro. For real, I'm telling you. Like, and you know how it started, right? It started because Patty said some bullshit about Georgians, and Ilya. I know that Ilya lives in Spain and he lived in Germany as well, but he was born in Georgia, and them dudes, bro, they don't play with their nationality, with their it's not like over in the West where we take everything is a joke now. No, they take their history and all the rest of it very seriously. So it's like when Connor tried to fuck with Khabib. We all know how that went down. So the rest of the world don't play by your rules. So yeah, that's true. Um, Oscar says if Opetaya fights Ryan Rosicki and beats him, that'll be his best win over Maris Breedis. I mean. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with that, brother. I agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, Ryan Rosick is a beast, bro. I mean, he's been injured, right? He's tore his bicep, I think, a couple of times or something like that. But Ryan Rosicki, make no mistake about it, bro. That dude is dangerous. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more in the house. What an honor. Salute to you, sir. God bless you. This guy does great trivia. I haven't done a trivia wrestling, man. I feel bad. I've done a couple of boxing trivia. I know that you do wrestling trivia. I would love to participate in one. He does, what is it, Tuesday night, right? Tuesday night, and uh, can't remember what day. Great channel. Great channel. He's done great interviews. I saw his interview with Peter McNeely, and I saw his interview with I think it was Merciless Ray Mercer, right? I think that was, or maybe it was Witherspoon, one of the two. But great channel. Make sure you check him out. Blues, gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Great jazz background music. Yes, there it is. Yes, sir. Every Tuesday. I appreciate that. Great channel, guys. Make sure you check him out. This guy is the real deal. I appreciate you, sir. What an honor. But yeah, I mean the Patty, the most lucrative, the biggest fight of them all, Oscar, without a doubt, is Patty Pimblett. I mean the bad blood. Let me show you. Let me show you a couple of things. This is too funny. Um, Let me share my screen, but I want to make sure that yeah, there it is. Furia Pimblett. Because the Furia explains why, how it all started, you know? Where's the freaking shit? Give me a second. Start. Explain. Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Let me share my screen. All rights goes to Crash MMA, the channel. Pay attention to this, guys, if you will, because this is some real shit right here. You can't play with folks outside of the West like you play in the West, bro. The quicker we understand this, the better it is for us. Okay. This is educational purposes only. I'm not monetized. All the rest of it. Okay. Don't be a stinker, guys, please. I'm just a peasant here for now. Um, Audio. Okay, here it is, guys. Here is how the Ilya Topuri and Paddy Pimblett bit beef started. Okay.
Tell us your side of the story. Why did that happen yesterday at the hotel?
So it didn't happen because he told me something yesterday. It comes from a long time ago, once in Twitter, and he posted like, now I am the
Read this. House lad, which is like guy or dude or something in the UK. How stupid are these Georgians, man? A bunch of smiley faces. No wonder the Russians terrorized their lives.
understand why Russia destroyed Georgia, because you are dumps, and it makes my blood boil. When I saw, I was like surprised. I didn't believe when I saw that tweet, because in 2008 I was living in Georgia when that war happened, and it was a very difficult time for me, for my family, for all my friends, for my country. A lot of innocent people, kids were dying in that war, and see how someone is joking about that. It makes my blood boil. So
Tell us your.
There you go, guys. Some people, believe it or not, some people still appreciate their history and their countries. But believe it or not, guys, some people still appreciate that. What else we got? Actually, let me show you a couple of things, because the Korean patty blow. I would have made it. I would have made it straight up. I would, because Justin Gage is probably gonna beat Patty, guys. That's the problem. Like, I want to see that fight, and we're probably not gonna get it, man. Like, I mean, if Patty beats Justin, then I'll be like, okay, you're for real. But I don't see that. Do you guys see it? Do you guys think Patty is gonna beat Justin? I don't see it. I'm not the biggest Justin Gage fan either, but I don't know, man. Patty, who's your best win, Patty? Michael Chandler, the corpse of Tony Ferguson? You didn't beat Jerry Gordon. You got handed the decision against Jerry Gordon, okay? Seriously. Like, come on. Everybody, their mommy and their puppy, know that you didn't beat Jerry Gordon. You lost that fight, bro. Um, But hey, if he beats Justin Gagey, I mean, I might have to pump the fucking brakes here, you know? Oscar says, question of the day, Connor trying to teach Tyson. Mike Tyson? What? Connor who? Connor McGregor? Come on. Come on. You got to be kidding me, Oscar. Is that real? Connor trying to teach Tyson how to break down a boxing match. Are you fucking kidding me or what, bro? Oh, hold on. Is that Connor Ban or it cannot be Connor McGregor? Come on. Seriously? I can't believe this. Seriously? Or Ryan? I mean, who gives a shit what Ryan Garcia says? He said Triple G ain't a Hall of Fame. I mean, that's like me saying, you know, Kevin Durant ain't a Hall of Fame basketball player. Like, who the fuck are you to be saying that? Like, come on, man. Ryan Garcia calling Pitbull and Roach B-class fighters while he hasn't fought for a belt. Yeah, he hasn't fought for a belt. Well, he's about to, but nevertheless, I mean, he's at best a B-class fighter. He might be a C-class fighter, Ryan Garcia, to be honest with you. You know, what's more, Connor? If that's Connor, if this Connor Ben is, yeah, it's got to be the Connor. Connor's got to be the cringiest. Come on, man. Tyson, Mike Tyson. You ain't gonna teach Tyson jack shit, bro. What the heck? I didn't know that, bro. That's gotta be a joke. You're fucking with me, Oscar, ain't you? Nah, you gotta be joking. Nah. I refuse to believe that. No way. No way. Oh my god, bro. I mean, that's a Conor McGregor. No, God, seriously, I don't believe this shit, man. Teaching Mike Tyson how to break down a boxing match. It's like me teaching LeBron how to draw a play in basketball or some shit. Oh boy. What's more? That's actually a good question, man. I mean, the more I think about it, the harder it gets to answer. But I mean, Ryan Garcia has such a bad track record, bro. Like, you ain't in no position of calling anybody B-class fighters or telling people that they don't belong in the Hall of Fame. Like, nah, nah, it's Connor, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because I was a fan of Connor at one point, but nah, bro. You done screwed up so many times, bro. Like, seriously. Let me show you something else of Topuria and Pimblett. Let's see this. Topur. I saw this the other day. They took that shit down. Hold on. What? Nah, that's not it. Oh, and the Charles Oliveira fight was really messed me up. I'm sorry, the Oliveira fight really messed Topuria up as well because he didn't want to beat Oliveira. Because how can you hate on Charles Oliveira? Charles Oliveira is like unbelievable. Check your DMs. Let me go to my Discord. You dropped the link there. Oh shit. Oh shit. There it is. Conor teacher. Somebody tell me this is. Somebody tell me I'm imagining this, please. I don't believe what I'm seeing, guys. Oh my god! I gotta show this. Oh, I appreciate that, Oscar. Holy crap! Conor McGregor has become, bro, like the damn near Dylan Dennis level. You know? Okay, no, not so much, but not too far off either. Let me show this because this is just too. I can't believe this, man. Seriously, I cannot believe this. Nah, just look at the title, man.
Low to the body. You see Canelo, you see Joshua do it. They go low to the body and go high. You see, that's a one bump. So I was doing this like you. A boxing way is, a lot of people do this in boxing. They step forward, yeah. You never. You jumped in. To get me, you jumped in, and then you're here. You're right here. So I'm just doing the simple. How are you moving your feet, man? Just go and look. So are you just moving low to the body?
Oh my god, bro. Nah, I done seen it all. I done seen it all, fellas. I don't believe this shit, bro. Seriously. That's where it's come to. Let Jim Ross tell you something. Okay, I'm gonna let Jim Ross, the double OG, the greatest commentator in wrestling history. Wrestling, not WWE, no, wrestling history. I don't care what nobody says. This is a message from the cowboy Mr. What a slobber knocker himself, okay? Take a listen.
And that's, quite frankly, in our life, all you should ever want from anybody is a chance. You're not gifted a damn thing. And don't be a stereotypical millennial. Because us old guys don't owe you shit.
That's a man talking, fellas. That's a man talking. Thank you, Jim. Let me say it again. Let me put it again. Maybe I didn't hear it.
And give them a chance. And that's, quite frankly, in our life, all you should ever want from anybody is a chance. You're not gifted a damn thing. And don't be a stereotypical millennial. Because us old guys don't owe you shit.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's why Jim Ross is such a. Oh my God. What can you say about Jim Ross, man? Seriously. Again, I forgot what I wanted to show. I wanted to show something and I forgot. God damn. What the heck? What the heck is wrong with me? If anybody wants to chop it up, here's the link right here. It's pinned as well. Let me know if you want me to check in on anything. What do you think, Oscar? Do you think Patty can beat Justin Gaethje? Because I don't see it. Do you see it? Maybe Justin Gaethje has been through the ringer one too many times. I mean, maybe. Sure. I mean, that Max Holloway KO was real nasty. But, nah, I don't think so. Stranger things have happened, bro. If Matt Serra has a win over George St. Pierre, bro, Paddy Pimblett can have a win over Justin Gaethje. Let me put it to you that way. What the hell was I going to say? Oh yeah, let me show this whole thing because this video deserves to be played in its entirety. Actually, let me put this on my Discord server. This is too good of a video, guys. Seriously. Fighters' honest moments. Take a listen. Again, I'm not monetized. This is educational purposes only and all the rest of it. Okay? Oh, shit. Let me put the banner here. There it is. No copyright intended. And all the rest of it. Okay? Watch this, guys. This is an awesome video. Awesome video. One of the greatest videos I've seen. Some reel right here. Okay? You see this? Okay. Listen close. 6-minute video.
I've been at this for
That's the natural born killer, Carlos Condit, one of my favorite fighters of all time.
a really long time. You know, the pressure of kind of being one of the top guys for almost a decade. It's been it's been awesome. I've loved being involved in the sport at the time that I have, and I've got to do what I love for a living for a long period of time. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I belong here anymore. We'll see.
He was slipping and banging that left hand. Then a lot of times it came short as well. One stage I caught him a clean uppercut. And he just was always there in my face. Pussy down a bit. Push it out, my breath.
I've said for the longest time, honest Conor McGregor, serious Conor McGregor, humble Conor McGregor is 100 million times a better entertainer and more interested than the one talking about people's wives, about people's religion, about people's families, bro. I'll say that until I go to my grave. When he's like this, bro, he's got me all day. But for whatever reason, that's not what it sells, sadly.
Whether it's kickboxing, whether it's jiu-jitsu, there's a fluidity to their movement that you don't really have. If you had a wrestling match with Cain Velasquez, how well do you think you'd do?
Straight up wrestling?
Yeah.
I think people would be surprised.
Really? You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be surprised.
That's a fact.
I really do. I think he'd fuck you up. And I say that as a
Another fact.
friend and a guy who loves you. There's a certain amount, there's a bridge between you and the very best guys in the world. And I don't know if you can cross that bridge. This is hard for me to say because I love you as a friend. And you have a rematch with Travis Brown by some strange, unforeseen circumstance. If I was objective and I was standing outside looking at it from the outside and I had a bet, I would have to bet on him. This sucks for you. It's hard to hear.
That's probably the worst job ever.
And your brain's the big one because the brain you can't fix. You break your hand, they could put pins in it, they could put it in a cast. Yeah, it sucks. You got to jerk off with your left hand, but eventually you'll get better. Your brain doesn't get better, and that's what I worry about you more than anything. What I'm saying, I say with love, 100%. I'm not saying this because I want to hurt your feelings. This is the last thing I want to do. If I didn't love you, I'd walk out. I wouldn't be willing to do this, and I wouldn't want to do this.
People have been talking about the fact that you're finally getting paid, you're finally getting your
Listen to this.
due. Even though you lost tonight, how good does that make you feel to be getting what you believe you've deserved for such a long time?
Still not enough.
If you were to do this again, I would believe you'd make even more than.
It's always gonna be more than that. Always more and more. It's never gonna be enough. Look at my face. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Some people got this face and they're all back crying somewhere probably, It's always gonna be more. And until people start saying that and represent for that, I don't even know what you're doing this for.
Unbelievable. And even Quentin Rampage Jackson, the look on his face says it all.
That's Murillo Ninja Rua, Mauricio Shogun Rua's brother.
No, Murillo, look at this. This is what we like to see. No, this is, yeah, he knows.
Yeah,
Quentin,
he's looking at us right now, Quentin and he
Rampage
says,
Jackson
I want to
knows it
give
too.
my trophy
Quentin
to
Rampage Jackson deserves a round of applause.
For the winner by split decision, Joe Lauzon!
This is one of my favorite fighters too. He never got his full credit, but watch Joe Lawson's fight with Jim Miller, guys. One of the greatest fights in UFC history.
I disagree 100%. I got screwed in my last fight. I felt like the decision should have went my way. This time, that was not my fight. That was 100% Mark. I can't say his name. Martin's name, fight. I disagree 100%. Not my night.
Listen to GSP now. Listen closely.
I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm scared of failure and everything. I'm always scared no matter who I'm fighting. I've always been scared. Every fight I've been a big fight. But as much as I'm scared, Saturday I'm gonna make that walk to the octagon. I'm gonna fight. Like my life depends on it.
See, when you see George St. Pierre, one of the GOATs, probably the GOAT in many people's eyes in MMA, and Mike Tyson said this. I've seen Mike Tyson crying, saying how scared he was before each and every fight. So whenever you see one of these bozos on the streets telling you that they ain't scared of shit, just remember this.
What are your biggest regrets?
My biggest regret? Yeah. I would have to honestly say that my biggest regret is even starting this sport.
What do you mean?
I think I would have lived a different life if I would have stayed home in Memphis and worked at the family business and I would be closer to my family and, growing old with them instead of living out in California. I got my family back at home. And my little sister is all grown and stuff now. I left home when she was like 8. My biggest regret is like following my dream was to go and be a fighter but then now I look back on it, I wish, that I would just stay back home with my family.
you had a dream, you fulfilled it, which I think most people would praise you for, and you actually look back on it and say, I wish I hadn't.
Well, I gained a lot of fans, made a lot of money, but I feel like I lost my family. You know, I don't see them. You know, what I'm saying I don't know them. My parents are getting older. You know, and I'm living in California, away from them. I have my own family here, my kids and stuff, but you know, I miss my cousins, my parents and my sisters and brothers.
Hell no, I don't want my kids to fight. When I'm done
This is probably the best of them all. Eddie Alvarez. Take a listen.
fighting, I want everybody to be done fighting. This shit is too stressful. I'd have a heart attack if one of my kids fought. Like if I seen one of my kids walk into a cage. MMA is where bad things happen to good people. Half my opponents I felt upset for it at the end.
That's the real reality of combat sports in general. He says MMA, obviously, because that's what he does. Or he did. He's in BKFC now, but that's where bad things happen to good people. So let's take a listen.
Because everybody, like, there's a lot of good people in MMA, and someone's got to lose.
Yep, somebody's got to fucking lose.
It's a terrible situation. Because, like, when you get to know an opponent and he has a wife and kids and a family too, and then your job is to fuck this dude up as good as you can, and then you do it, there's like a weird feeling of guilt that
That's 100% true. Even I never like even fought. Like I did some sparring, and I remember I hit this dude really hard, bro. It was like a young kid, bro, and I just felt so bad, bro. Like I didn't. Yeah, I was like, nah, bro, I ain't doing this shit.
you
gotta have this killer mentality, bro.
So, and it's hard to figure out. Hard to figure out like whether you should feel good about it or bad about it or whatever. But at the end of all this, you end up what? Some young kid's gonna take your name sooner or later. You end up getting fucked up. So you enter the game getting fucked up, and you leave the game getting fucked up. And in between, if you could do some great shit, then you can have a good career. But it's just like life. You're born shitting your pants, and you end your life shitting your pants.
King shit, man. King shit. That's the reality, fellas. That's the reality of this. Steph, how you doing? Oh man, what an honor. We got Steph. How you doing, sir? Bro, what an honor. What an honor. I love this guy. Great stuff. Steph Brown, yes. God bless you, sir. We had such a great conversation the other day. Oscar says Oscar says Justin can lose but what? Because, right? Because can lose bug gouch. Bug. It's very tough. Is that a typo or? Oh, okay. But Gaethje is very top level, but as of lately, he's been on a slow downhill. Yes, I agree. It will tell us where he is at the moment, though. Yeah, for sure. I don't see it though, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe he's been through the wood chipper one too many times. That's what I think. You know, he had a war, guys. If you haven't seen Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler, good God Almighty, please watch that fight. That's one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. What's up, fam? Yes, I know. Trust me. That's a great guy right there, Steph Brown, bro. Yes, I remember that conversation. You wanted to talk about Jayo Petai, I think. You know, grabbing some grub, but if you're still on when I cruise back, I'll hop on. Oh, sure. Love to have you, brother. You already know. You have an open invitation to join panel anytime, just like my brothers. Each of you know who you are. Well, anybody can come in for that matter, but yeah. Oscar says, GSP is a sad case of the life after the sport. He has a condition where, yes, that Johnny Hendricks fight really fucked him up badly. And that was a steroided up Johnny Hendricks, if you remember. Has a condition where he loses I can't remember hours. Yeah, at random time. It's not as bad as Gary Goodrich or Spencer Fisher or Shane Carwin, unfortunately, but it is getting there, sadly. Um, I'm well, brother. You too. Happy holidays to you as well. Absolutely, absolutely. Blessings and understanding. God be with you. God be with you too, champion. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Um, but yeah, this is the reality, fellas. This is the reality. You know, outside of the glitz and glamour and this and that and the other thing, when you're in pursuit of greatness in whatever endeavor, it doesn't even have to be a sport. When you're in pursuit of greatness, just you have to there's been studies shown that it's about 10,000 hours, give or take, that you got to put in to reach expert level at a discipline, right? Give or take, whatever. Let's just settle at 10,000 hours. That means that you're not spending time with people. You're not, going to birthdays. You're not going to weddings. You're not going to holidays. You're not going to watch your kid, soccer practice or whatever. That means you have to sacrifice, you know, a lot of things. I've seen the Undertaker talk about this. I mean, you name it, bro. Like that's the sad reality. And let me give you Joe Rogan too. He yeah. Let me show you this because this is unbelievable. Watch this, fellas. This is some real shit right here. We're on some real shit today. Let me show you this. This is real sad shit. Because if you don't have that mentality, you kind of have like you. What's required for you to succeed in combat is this savage killer mindset, bro. If you don't have that, bro, just do it for fitness because you're not gonna make it, bro. You need this mentality. Listen to Joe Rogan.
I won most of my fights by knockout. I was always trying to knock someone unconscious. There was one time that I never recovered from when I was 19 years old. I fought in Anaheim, California. I was fighting this kid, and I knew this dude was just a little slow. And he was doing some things, and I was seeing some openings, and I hit him harder than I've ever hit anybody in my life. I hit him with a wheel kick, I hit him so hard, I was limping for a couple of days afterwards because my heel hurt from hitting his head. And he face planted, he started snoring, and he never got up. And they eventually carried him off, put him in a stretcher, brought him to the hospital. But he literally never stood up and walked around. And when I went back and told Mr. Kim, I said, we were talking about the tournament. He goes, I heard you had a really good knockout. And I said, it was very scary. I go, made me nervous. I go, because he never got up. I mean, I thought he was dead. And he goes, sometimes they die.
Wow.
And then he walked away. And that was the decline of my Taekwondo career. From that moment on, I won.
See what I mean, guys? See what I mean? If you can't live with that stuff, bro, forget it, man. Forget it. Do yourself a favor for you, for your mental health, and get the hell out of Dodge, bro. Because chances are you are probably going to put somebody in a coffin. But okay, let's go to the news, shall we? Let's go to the news. What do we have here? Oh, we did the Ryan Rosicki. What else we got? Let's see. Oh no, I think it's tomorrow. When it's the Imam Kataev fight? Is it tomorrow or what? What the boxing schedule.com? Let's see. Give me 1 second. So I would like to call that fight. Why not? Yeah, it's tomorrow. I'm sorry. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be calling this fight, guys. Okay? Kataev versus Dames. It's going to be in Canada. Gatineau, Canada. Maybe Ryan will be there. We'll see. Let me see if I'll ask him if Ryan will be there. But we'll see. I'm going to call this fight tomorrow. Kataev versus Dames. Okay? What time is this thing? Let's see. It says 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Okay. I have like 1 more hour. Whoever wants to hop on, just to let you know. Okay, I have 1 more hour, and then I have to take a class. Um, so let me know if anybody want to hop on. I'm gonna keep going with the news here. Let's see. Okay, what else we got? Oh, Oscar, if you're still there, let me know how did you see the Lamont Roach and Pitbull fight? Because I've seen like half the fight, like 6, 7 rounds of it. I still haven't completed it, but let me know. Let me know what you think about the fight. You know, um, Diego Pacheco aims to etch new identity after parting from King Benavides. Okay. Shakur Stevenson says Tio's not on my level. I feel I'm way better than Loma and Josh Taylor. You could be right. You could be right. We shall see, right? Oshaki Oshaki Foster urges Shakur Stevenson, don't run, chump. He ain't no damn chump. Come on, Oshaki. Shakur Stevenson might be one of the best defensive, might be one of the best defensive fighters on the planet, but Oshaki Foster believes he has him back into a corner. You next, Foster told Stevenson on his X account. Don't run nowhere, chump. In the rings number one, if the rings number one 135 pounder wants to hold on to his WBC lightweight title, he may very well have to face Foster at some point. The 32-year-old cruised to a lopsided decision against Stephen Fulton this past weekend in San Antonio. In doing so, he picked up the WBC interim strap. Foster, 24-3 with 12 KOs, will soon have a decision to make. The Houston native also holds the WBC 130-pound title. Yes, he does. Although he hasn't decided which division he'll campaign in, he's made it known that Shakur Stevenson is his top target. For now, though, the Olympic silver medalist has his sights set on becoming a four-division champion. Yeah, and he will probably. I don't see Tio beating him at all, but who knows? Okay, what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Murad Gassiev doesn't consider Kubrat Pulev an old man ahead of title challenge. Oh, that's right. He has like a title, right? Pulev, he has the, what is it? The regular WBA title, right? Okay. Hussein Sin Cara out of hospital. Thank God for that after knockout by Jao Petai. Thank God for that. Good to see you're good, buddy. Fabio Wardley has plenty of options for first WBO heavyweight title defense in April. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Bargaining, blah, 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 blah. As for when that next fight and first defense take place, April will seem the likeliest time. That's according to Wardley's promoter Frank Warren, who told TalkSport that the disappointment of not securing the Usyk fight for his man has been allayed only by the prospect of Wardley getting the chance to build on his fine win against Joe Parker in October and establishing himself as world champion. This is a real life Rocky story, guys. I don't know if anybody's noticing, but I believe Fabio Wardley is a real life Rocky story. Like, think about it. You go into a fight with Fraser Clark. You have to rematch, and then you clean him. Okay, and then you go up against Justice Hooney, who's literally minutes away from cleaning you up 10-0 in a decision. You score that Hail Mary as a touchdown knockout. And then you go up against Joe Parker, who was on a career resurgence after beating Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang, albeit in their late stage of their careers, but nevertheless he did it. And then you stop him. Like, think about it. He loses that fight against Justice Hooney, and he probably goes on into trilogy Fraser Clark or maybe fight TKV or someone like that. Bro. And now he has a belt, like, only in boxing, bro. This is the great thing about boxing, really. I think before the Parker fight, Usyk did say he'd fight the winner, said Warren, and now he's changed his mind. He obviously feels the risk of the reward He obviously feels the risk to the reward isn't justified. I mean, Usyk fighting Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, come on, man. I can't defend that. As much as I love me some music, he's earned the right to do whatever he wants. I'll say that for sure. But man, this is weird. But I mean, he will be the only one to hold a win against all three. Fury, AJ, and Wilder. That gotta be mean something. I'll say that. I think we would have sold out a football stadium for the fight. We could have done the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is where Conor Ben and Eubank Jr. fought. Okay, but what are the options? What are the options? Give me some name here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Nowhere. Um, there are plenty of options. Okay, like who? Well, they're not giving names now. Where's in April? So we got time. Whatever. Um, Virgil Ortiz and Woods Ennis talks launch in 6 hours session. What? Formal talks to stage an appetizing junior middleweight bout pitting the unbeaten in their prime contenders Virgil Ortiz from Texas and Philly's Jaron Woods Ennis kicked off on Tuesday. Yesterday, okay. As the sides committed to renew acquaintances in short order. According to two officials with familiarity of the session, it lasted 6 hours. Holy shit! Which is with each side presenting their positions and needs while talking through some steps to accelerate this over the next 10 days. Finalizing a bout between the WBC interim 154 champion Ortiz, who's 24-0 with 22 KOs, and recent unified welterweight champion Ennis, 35-0 with 31 KOs for a proposed date in March, would be a tremendous Christmas present to fight fans. I'll say that again, bro. The 27-year-old Ortiz is coming off, Lubin, and Ennis is coming off the Lima. Ortiz promoter Oscar de la Hoya maintaining comments immediately after Ortiz's victory that his fighter deserves the larger cut. No, he doesn't. And one official on Tuesday reported the talks repeated that notion. Yeah, of course. Listen, that's the way for them to present a bullshit offer. So Boots rejects, and they say he's ducking. I mean, it's the oldest trick in the book, bro. Like, why are you the A side? Why? Just tell me why. Answer me that question. You've had 5 fights in the division, right? You fought Lawson, you fought Dulorme, you fought Boachuk, you fought Madrimov, and now you fought Lubin. Yet you've never fought for a world title. And then this guy has 1 fight in the division, but he's coming off of being a world champion at welterweight and defended the belt and unified the belt. What are we doing here, guys? Seriously. But, I mean, we'll see, I guess. We'll see. Oscar is skipping his. I mean, not for nothing. He's being kind of smart because he knows what's going to happen in the fight. The same way he knows what's going to happen in Zurdo versus Jaya Petaya. And can you imagine what they're going to pull in Zurdo Petaya, bro? Zurdo got 2 belts, Petaya got 1 belt. Holy shit. They're going to ask like a 95-5 split or some bullshit like that, Team Sue bulletproof ahead of showdown with Anthony Velasquez. Oh, that's right. He's fighting. Where is he fighting? Oh shit! I forgot about that. Hold on. Boxing. Okay, there it is. He's fighting on 17, which is next Wednesday. Okay, I'm gonna call this fight, guys. Okay, I'm gonna call this fight. But man, I'm gonna be in between 1 and 2 because that same day you got Seiya Tsutsumi versus Nonito Donaire. How about Nonito Donaire, guys? Unbelievable, huh? Unbelievable. And then you got Antonio Lascuaga versus Taku Kuwahara and Kyosuke Takami versus Rene Santiago on the same card. So very good fights in lower weights. And then you got Team Siu versus Velasquez. You got Sam Goodman versus Tyler Blizzard. And one of the Masudier versus Molin. I thought one of the Malonis was there, but I was confused. Silva versus Woodley. They're boxing? Ugh. On the undercard of Jake Paul versus AJ. What do you know? Anderson Silva, man. Almost done. Almost home. About another 5 6 minutes. Take your time, my brother. I have like 50 more minutes. I can talk with you all day, Steph. You already know, but we'll talk about 45 minutes. 50 minutes is good. You can. I haven't seen any of the. I was out, bro. Some things happen, whatever the case may be. I haven't seen the UFC of Marab and Yan. I know what happened, and I know what happened in Roach and Shaki and all the rest of it. But you can put me up to speed, or we can talk about something else, whatever you want. We can talk about Jao Petai, we can talk about Devin Haney, we can talk about Bam Rodriguez, whatever. You know, we will make it rain out there for sure. Speaking of shower, man, I gotta hop on her live. It's been a minute. I mean, it's been a minute. I took like 2 weeks off from everything, so we'll see. We'll see. God, I always forget what I was about to show you guys. Yeah, I don't know. It'll come back. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, and I'm gonna call the Imam Katai versus Dane's fight. Just so you know. What else we got? So the UFC Fight Night this Saturday is main evented by Brandon Royval versus Manel Cape. That's over at the flyweight division. Co-main is Giga Chikadze versus Kevin Vallejos. That's over at the featherweight. Giga Chikadze at one point was a very highly touted prospect. Bobby King Green is in that card. How about Bobby Green, man? He's fought everybody. He's one of the this guy Johnson. What's his name? Johnson. Shit, this guy that fought Justin Gagey, Dustin Poirier. What's his name? Johnson. I can't remember his first name. Damn. Give me a second. Michael Johnson. Yeah, that's it. Michael Johnson, man. Double OG. 25 and 19, but listen, I mean, it's more than meets the eye. Let me put it that way. It's more than meets the eye. Okay. What else we got? Let's take a look at the news here. Joe Cordina embraces U.S. debut. I'm here to turn up, fuck shit up, and bounce. Oh man, that's my boy right there, Joe Cordina. I know the Anthony Cacace fight. I know, but he pretty good, guys. He's pretty good. He might not be the best Italian Welsh. That would be obviously Joe Calzaghe, but he's pretty good, guys. He is pretty good. Hopefully he'll show up and show out. He's fighting in the Pacheco versus Sacho undercard, which is not this Saturday, but the other one. Hang on a second. 13. Oh no, this Saturday. I'm sorry, this Saturday. See, I'm all over the place here. Oh boy. Let's see. I haven't seen Kevin. I keep calling him Kevin. His name is Lee. I'm sorry. What's his name? His name Lele Sajo. Give me 1 second. For some reason, I keep calling him Kevin Lele Sajo, but it's Oh yeah, it is Kevin. Okay. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. He's kind of like a Christian and Bailey type of fighter, for what I'm seeing. Very strong. Hopefully, this is the fight that we see how Diego Pacheco reacts to put in uncomfortable positions. I haven't seen how many. Do you guys agree? I haven't seen Diego Pacheco really being, you know, like dealing with adversity like that. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed something, but Steven Soko Nelson was doing very well in that fight, but um, Trevor McCombie didn't do anything. So I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you think? But I don't know. I don't know. Um, we'll see. We'll see. Is this Saturday John Cena's last match? I think it is. When is? Actually, let me look it up. I have a computer right in front of me, and I'm asking. um, John Cena last match against Gunther. My guy will reportedly not main event. What? WWE Saturday Night's main event on December 13th. The honor of facing. It should have been LA Knight, but Gunther's my favorite wrestler, so I can't hate on that too much. But man, how many times can you screw a dude, bro? Like how many? LA Knight is setting a record of how many times a person can get screwed over by the promotion. You know. Whatever. Oh man. Tomorrow it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. I will. But that's Canada, so I don't know. Do we have the same time as Canada? I don't think so. Let me shoot a message to Ryan Fraser right now. See if he's gonna be there or not. Let me do that. Ryan, there we go. Oh, man. I should have been here now. Where is he? There we go. Canada. Oh, that's right. His brother is fighting. When is Joshua Fraser next fight? When is it? Is it? December 19th. Okay, awesome. Um, okay, I just shot him a message. Sent him a message, I should say. Okay, there's Steph Brown right there. Pull him up. What's up, brother? God bless you.
What up, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Just getting in. I see you've been chopping up about a little bit about everything, huh?
Yeah, I don't have like a specific topic, With all due respect, we don't have like any big fights this coming weekend.
It's the holiday season, man. So, what am I trying to say? Everything's kind of for the next 6 weeks, I would imagine. But,
Yeah.
I
What's
did
on
see
your
that they
mind?
had a press conference for Teofimo and Shakur today, right?
I think so. Yeah, let me look that thing up. Fimo, Lopez, Shakur Stevens. Okay, let's see. Like the launch. Yeah, there it is. 8 hours ago. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. I saw parts.
Me neither.
I've seen some parts. But interesting fight, man. When I say it like that, or let me say this, I'll be encouraged before I go with the bad stuff. Usually when I say interesting fights like that, they end up being pretty good, but it's always a fight no one asked for. So unless you're a Shakur fan or but I didn't see that coming. And also got to say I didn't stop Cleo. Also got to say that when it was being kind of projected and thrown out there, I didn't.
You're going in and out right now. All of a sudden, like it's like you're muted, but you're not muted. You're like going in and out for some
Hold
reason.
on, let me fix it.
You can hear me, right? You can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Is that better? Testing, testing.
Yes, yes. Right now it's good. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I was just saying it was a fight that none of us really asked for. You know, it is what it is. It's here. Hopefully, they put together a good undercard. It is in New York City, so I have plans to maybe go. My brother lives in New York City, and check this out, man. He's never watched Shakur Stevenson fight ever. I think he's seen like highlights, but he's always like, "Yeah, he ain't got it." I'm like, "That's hilarious, bro." But we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping for a good fight between those two guys. I just thought that both of them in their respective divisions, they had plenty of fights and smoke waiting on them, man.
Right.
Especially for Shakur, but especially for Tiafimo, man. And then of course, I'm kind of looking at it like and I've been looking at fights like this for a long time, maybe since like 2020. I look at the whole undisputed, ring stuff. Like I feel like they're taking advantage of it, man. Because usually for the ring belt, it's 1 and 2 in the division. Shakur is not 1 and 2 in 40.
Right.
He just skipped the line majorly, man, majorly. And even before the fight was announced, he had conversations of like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go up there and then drop it and come back down." Like, what the
Yes.
shit is that shit? Like, so I'm just like, why didn't you? Again, you got smoked at 35, and then same thing with Tio. I mean, I could think of 4 guys, maybe 5 guys who might want to fight him for his belt
For
and
sure.
go for it. So, mixed feelings on it, but it's here, and it'll be here pretty soon too. But I think it's on my parents' 49th wedding anniversary, so the
Awesome.
31st, right? I believe.
Congratulations. No, it's the is it the 31st? Because I know the 31st is Sander. Oh, don't tell me that they're gonna do that fight on the same day of Sander. Seriously, give me 1 second. I'll let you know. I got the schedule right in front of me. February, January. Yeah, it is the 31st. Man, that sucks.
Wow. What did you think about the last Riyadh card that was over there in Saudi Arabia with
The
David
ring four.
and Haney?
I will say this about Devin Haney. I wasn't surprised. I'm gonna start with Devin Haney if you don't mind. So, I wasn't surprised at all that he won. I would never in a million years thought that he was gonna drop Brian Norman. Like I couldn't tell you how shocked I was that he dropped him. Like I was working and I was watching the fight because I paid for the fight and everything. And when he dropped, I literally just stopped what I was doing and I just I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like I gained so much respect for Devin Haney after this fight and Benavides, bro, Benavides. What can you say, man? Like the guy's a beast. All that power talk is out the window, pretty much. You know, um, at least in my opinion. I know it's not like he ain't fighting anybody either. He fought Vosdig and he fought David Morrell and now he fought Anthony Yard. So if you look at it, bro, his level of opposition has been consistently high. I do not like the fact that he's moving all the way up to cruiserweight because I don't blame him because he got exit wounds from the whole Canelo situation. But at the same time, you can't really call Bivol like Samson Lekowicz did, like the Russian Canelo, because he's fighting Beterbiev, bro. He got to get closer to that. Beterbiev ain't getting any younger. It's now or never. So I don't like his decision of moving up, but more on that later. Just to keep answering your question on the Riyadh card, Bam Rodriguez, same thing, man. What can you say? He's he's almost too good for his own good. I'll explain to you what I mean by that. He's so head and shoulders levels above his competition at his division that people actually doubt him, because he's like, people are like, he ain't beat nobody great. I'm like, bro, it's not like his division is full of freaking future Hall of Famers. But he is coming off of beating two undefeated champions, Fumalele Kafu and Puma Martinez. So I definitely am a full believer on Bam Rodriguez. I was giving him crap at one point because he fought dudes that were over a decade older than him. Case in point, Pedro Guevara, and case in point, Estrada. But that's water under the bridge now. Plus, everybody does that. Everybody coming up got to face the old dog. And what's Abdullah? Oh my God, Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes. I'll tell you this: I was surprised at Sam Noakes. I thought for sure Abdullah was going to stop him. And Sam Noakes, bro, that's a legitimate British badass, but he's so limited, bro. And Abdullah showed that he's the truth, man. Like Abdullah stayed poised. He didn't show any fatigue, in my opinion. And I didn't see the Vito Mielnicki fight. If you saw it, let me know how it went and everything, because it was supposed to be Beterbiev and Dion Nicholson, but that was canceled. So Vito Mielnicki was the first fight. How about yourself?
Yeah, the Vito fight looked like a Vito fight. And I've been watching Vito for a long time, man, coming back to his PBC days. I almost want to say the same thing for him and what I said for Xander the last time we went out. I think I said it when you were there. I always thought Xander, I know he's a big guy, but I thought given how trajectory, and I'm also saying this for Vito too, given the trajectory of their careers, I thought they could have started at 47 and, had some fights there and got some skills and honed some craft there, then could have moved up and got there. But now both guys, especially Zayas, you're in a division, man, where it's any given Sunday, man. Anybody can win. Anybody can like I said, win. And like I said on the Shower Show, I might not everyone likes him, but I think the Fandor is the guy to beat there right now.
Can I ask why?
I'm a little old school, man. His resume, and he's just got more experience. And I'll always go over that more so than kind of taking the hot and upcoming guy. I do think some guys can beat him, namely Boots, but we shall see. We shall see. I was very impressed with the Sam Noakes and who was an Abdullah Mason fight. Abdullah did kind of. I think that's he had to duke it out, man. I mean, he was hitting that guy pretty hard, and he wasn't going down.
Yeah.
So he had to thug it out there a little bit. But had he probably kept going to the body, he could have at least got a knockdown or possibly TKO. I thought so. And I like what you said about Bam. Bam is such head and shoulders above everyone, man. He makes it look really easy. So it's easy to doubt him, like you said. It really, really is. He jumped off the training wheels very early by getting those wins off the original Kings down there at 115. Once I was actually at the SSR fight when he fought him, I got to see Junto pretty up close and personal. and make a few shout outs to him, dap him up in San Antonio. And when he got rid of him, I still kind of wasn't convinced. But then when he got rid of Gallo Estrada, I was just like, okay, a true pound for pound guy who was on the list and a respective champion. That was something special, man. That was something huge for him, and he's just been blossoming ever since. And you can just tell, man, that the skills are there. So I'm very happy for Bam. Being a Texas native too. Respect that, and I hope and he's keeping his word. Because I think once he won a couple belts, I think it might have been right after he beat Estrada. People were kind of wanting him to move up, but he said no. I want to clean this division out and become undisputed. So I have respect for that. I'll let him do so, and he can jump up to 118, man, as soon as he's done with that. And Devin, I loved it. I loved it, man. I've always said this about Dev. No matter what we say about him, and I'm a big fan of him, but I criticize him and what I think he's good and not good at. He just knows how to win a 12-round fight, man. With the type of schooling he has and the type of training, all the exclusivity, and his father's put him in some good situations. He just knows how to win a fight, man. From the first round to the 12th round. So I was not surprised by the win. I was not also surprised by that knockdown too, because he was setting that up, man. He set that up. He threw those hooks about 2 or 3 times beforehand, but showed different placement with it. And then the last time before he actually knocked him, he threw it and he hit him. He clipped him. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna do it again. And sure enough, old boy came in and got popped. And that wasn't even the one. It was the one that broke through the guard that got him. So that was impressive stuff, man. And it looks like he had a really good camp. I mean, he was very well prepared for it. A really good camp, man, from the weight cut to just the strategy. And I think I said that on Shower Show. I just want to see what the game plan was that Bill was going to put out there. And then finally, David, me, that's my guy. And I like what you said, too. He's been moving up the ranks, and his competition has steepened every time. And he's looked really good, man. He's looking like a really good fighter. I am scared for him, or let me get to that. I'll say this: him moving up to fight Zurdo.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What do you think about that?
Stop the guy. But if that's what he wants to do, remember 2 years ago in 2022, he was saying, they had his dad, Senior was saying they had plans of really going up in weight, almost to heavyweight. So I was like, but now that's seeming to be coming true. And he's also aligned with Samson, who is a guy who's about money. And, they've been about that throughout their process together. And that's why and then it's obviously working, because I never hear David complaining about money. So
true.
We'll see. Zurdo, I've been highly critical of him in years past, but I can't deny it. He's a pretty crafty boxer, man, for a big guy. That's why he was able to kind of stunt like he did when he was at 68. He can really he can box, man. But then as he moved up, he tried to start getting guys out of there. And he was getting slower and missing weight and stuff like that. But he's a baller. He's a baller, man. This is actually a tough fight. We might see Zurdo go down. I hope to, but it's gonna be a tall task, because Zurdo, like I said, he knows how to box, man. But so does David. David's really good on the inside, and he's getting better. And that should be a spectacle. And then finally, I was gonna say, since he is moving up there, I mean, brother, if he moves up, obviously, I don't see him coming back to light heavyweight. I really don't. It's because the 2 top guys there, they're definitely not calling his name. So I don't see David once he moves up, I don't see him coming back down. And
No, me
then
neither.
finally, you got Jai there, and that just makes me nervous, man.
Yes.
I like Jai Pentai a lot. He is one of my favorites to watch and to just kind of, I got big hopes for him too. I think late last year, this time, I was calling for him to go up to heavyweight because I think he could take some of those guys. But since he's fighting mandatories and such, he's got plenty of time to just hone his craft. But he is a freak of nature and someone to be reckoned with. And that, I'll say this: that style can beat David. We haven't seen a style beat David, but that style can. So that's what makes me nervous about it.
For sure. Let me tell you one quick thing about Jao Petaya that I think, because I want to really get into David Benavides. I want to have a discussion with you because I think this is interesting. But I think Jao Petaya can beat Alexander Usyk. This is what I think. We can discuss that a little bit later. But David Benavides. Here's my problem with the decision to fight Zurdo. I think that's happening in May 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it's not a bad fight, okay? I want to be clear here, but you have, to me, the best fight is Vivo. Why? Because he beat Canelo, bro. Just imagine what that would do for you. If you beat the guy that beat the quote unquote guy, that would put the icing on the cake the way nothing else would if you're David Benavides. And I get it because, you know, telling David Benavides to wait after all he's been through, it's kind of, hard to do, right? But for the reasons that you just laid out, especially because you're not moving up like 7 pounds from 168 to 175. No, you're moving 25 pounds now. This is serious stuff. You can't just keep moving up and down like this, okay? Um, Zurdo Ramirez. Here's my problem with Zurdo Ramirez. He is very inconsistent. Like the guy that showed up with Junior Dorticos, which I think was his last fight, looked pretty like 25% of him, because the guy that showed up against Chris Bill and Smith, that Zurdo can give David Benavides holy hell in the ring. Okay, his performance against Chris Bill and Smith is something. It's a thing of beauty. Okay, but he's very inconsistent with the weight. It doesn't seem like he's the most disciplined guy, you know. So I wonder which Zurdo is going to show up. I hopefully the he takes this seriously, right? Because this guy is no joke, right? But I don't know. I don't like the decision, man. I don't like the decision. I mean, obviously, Bivol and Beterbiev, you know this. You know they're one on one. You know they got to see each other. Bivol had back surgery. I mean, what are you gonna do? You know. So just give him no choice. Okay, you want me to wait? Okay, let me go ahead and fight Callum Smith or fight, I don't know, Imam Kataev, somebody. Fight somebody in whatever, February, March, whatever it is, and then give him no choice, especially if he wins. Or if the Beterbiev wins, go ahead and see him, but just for me, the Bivol, and not to mention Bivol beat Zurdo, right? It didn't happen at 200, but Bivol beat Zurdo. That's his only loss, right? So think about this. If you beat Bivol, you're beating a guy that beat Canelo and Zurdo Ramirez. That to me was the fight to make for him. And eventually he was going to go up to cruiserweight because if you remember, David, I think it was him or Senior or Samson that said that his next 4 fights were going to be, Bivol, Beterbiev. I don't know if that was necessarily the order, but the 4 names was Bivol, Beterbiev, Zurdo, and Jao Petaya. So it's no secret that he was going to move up to cruiserweight. But I just wanted him to see the Russians first, personally. But that's just me, and it's not happening. So the fight against Zurdo Ramirez, I think it's a more dangerous fight than people think, man. Just me, especially if the Zurdo, takes it seriously.
I like that. I like that a lot. You just gave me a nugget there. You're right. As far as fighting Bivol, who's the guy who beat the guy, I used to argue and say that, look, Canelo 175 was just too much for him. That's just not his division. But I like the point that you're making as far as legacy wise, and he still even had potentially who was that Zerto on the platter there on the rise. He could still fight him too. Um, I guess you're gonna listen to your handlers. You're gonna. I'm sure he's going back and forth with them too, but ultimately that's what they decided, and it makes for a good Mexican showdown, man. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be. It should be it should be a classic fight, man. Because I don't think, or like you said, we don't know what version we're gonna get of Zerto, but I expect the best version of Zerto because he's fighting David Benavidez, man. He can't. That's someone who can't. You can't. You can't not go in there and put on your best. Because if not, you'll mess around and end up on the canvas looking up at the lights.
Yes.
So feel the same way. Freaking dog is snoring, man. It's crazy.
How do you see the fight just on the surface? Obviously, we have a long ways to go, but just on the surface, how do you see the fight playing out in your mind?
Zerto, he's a classic boxer puncher. He can actually move too. For a big guy, he's got a really good inside game. Excuse me, I got food in my mouth. But David's gonna have to be careful. What am I trying to say? He's gonna have to be careful not to keep going into Zerto's traps. That's kind of the only thing I really worry about because I know he's gonna keep coming forward. Zerto knows that too. So Zerto's foot move, it's gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be moving. So and then not in a tough, but in a close matchup like this, every punch counts, and we might not know who's winning the fight. Given when Zerto's gonna be able to counter. We've seen David down. I don't think we've seen Zerto down before. So, I think Zerto could be counting on something like that. As far as David goes, he's got, a lot of people disagree when I say this, but I think he's got sophisticated footwork. I think it's all about what he does and to get in position. So I think his relentless style, he's going to be able to eventually break the man down, but he's going to have to be really careful because I think Zerto's got a good counter punch and he's crafty, man. He's going to be moving. In fact, who trains Zerto? Who's his trainer, if you know?
Let me look that up for you. I don't remember off the top of my head. Julian, no, that's in 2022. Let's see. This is still him. Hector Sapari. He announced. It says Julian Chua here. I don't know. It's not one of those quote unquote big names, right?
Right.
Interesting.
Zerto. Cinco de Mayo. That's another reason why too. I think they're doing it.
For sure.
They're trying to really take advantage of that.
Yeah, why not? If it's there, if you're not doing it, somebody else is doing it. So it might as well be you. That's how I look at it. To be honest with you, it's like AJ fighting Jake Paul almost. Like, listen, if you ain't making this money, somebody else is. So it might as well be you. At the end.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I always forget about that matchup. I think mainly because like how it went down because Tank was taken out of the fight and then all of a sudden Anthony Joshua steps in and it's like, oh shit. Really?
Right.
Tank, bro, man, that guy.
I mean, he's dangerously close to being in that basket of wasted talent.
I think so. Possibly. Very possible. Very, very possible. Uh, I try to be careful on what I say on him, just because there's really nothing positive to say. I mean, I think honestly, the last time I was really truthfully excited about Tank is when he knocked out or stopped Hector Garcia. I thought that was a really good performance by him. I love what he was doing, his ring generalship, the skills he displayed. The looks he was showing that man, the shoulder lean. I mean, he was showing peekaboo. He was showing so many different looks. It was confusing. So that was the last time I got excited for him. And I did like the Lamont fight. I was on the edge of my seat. I thought it was exciting. It had just about everything in it, including the drama. But even in between that, or that first press conference, if you remember, he had those poor people waiting all night for him, basically. And then he gets there, and the first thing he says is, "I want to go. I don't want to be here." I'm just like, okay. To me, I take things like that seriously, man. Like, someone clearly telling you something, you need to believe that and use wise counsel. And I think the proof is in the pudding, because so much out of bounds things has happened with him that it's not even worth being talked about. So again, I'm just careful on what I say, because there still needs to be more to say, but you're right. He's getting close, because
Yes.
he's getting close to wasted, because he's not getting any younger, obviously. And
Exactly.
and then, now kind of back to Shakur, it's like, dude, when you won that belt, or when that belt was emailed to you, or whatever, I don't know why you didn't smash the gas on that. I'm just saying, for like you know, a stylistic point of view.
Um, I I have mixed feelings about the Shakur and Tia fight personally, because I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a stinker of a fight, and the reason why is because both guys do their best when their opponent comes to them, in my opinion. Now they do this differently, obviously, but neither of them really likes, for what I've seen, this is my assessment, right? Neither guy is really too keen in being the one initiating offense. They would rather be the exact opposite, you know?
I feel
And
that. Yep.
yeah, and for some reason, again, I'm hoping, I mean, there's a few reasons to like the fight. It's two big names, it's two guys that are popular, two superstars, quote unquote, and all of that. Shakur's fighting a guy that has a win over Loma, a win over Josh Taylor. Shakur has a win over William Cepeda, Jamel Herring, and Valdez. So I just feel like I don't see Tio initiating offense too much in his fights. That's why his performance against, for example, Josh Taylor was so good, because Josh Taylor is with all due respect, and I like me some Josh Taylor a lot, but he's tailor made for him. That's the type of dude that he can excel with. That's why he struggled so much against Sandor Martin, for example. And I don't care what nobody says. Sandor Martin was robbed that night, but whatever.
Yeah, he knocked him down, dude. Like
exactly.
Twice.
Exactly.
That was. Yeah, dude. I know exactly where I was watching that fight. I was at my old house, and was that 2022 or 23?
I think it was 23, but I'll let you know in a second.
Yeah, and it was a late night. I think it was on like anywhere between like a Friday or Sunday. It was on a Thursday or something like that. It was on a night like that.
December 10th, 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was late, and I had all the lights off, and only the TV light was on, bro. And I was kind of screaming at the television. And I remember when he dropped him, I was like, dude, that's a knockdown. I was like, that's a knockdown. Just screaming, man. And then, of course, when they announced the winner, it was sad. Those are old top ranked skill days for sure.
Yes.
My gosh.
Sandor Martin, low key, bro, is one of my favorite fighters today. It's just that he's been screwed over so many times. And I tell people after Shakur Stevenson, give me one fighter that's harder to hit. You know, like as far as slickness goes, after Shakur Stevenson, it's probably him, bro. Seriously, unless I'm forgetting somebody.
Talking about Sandor?
Yeah.
Gotcha. No, he's
Maybe Devin, actually. Maybe Devin.
He's a classic boxer. Sandor knows how to box.
Yes.
Especially if he's been watching out for you and watching film. Yeah, I wasn't always the biggest fan, but I've been watching him and I've been impressed. And I'm trying to think. His last fight, they screwed him over in his last fight, didn't they?
Yeah, was in my opinion, yes, but it was closer against Alberto Puello. Yeah.
Yeah, it was close, but I thought he won. I thought Sandor won. I thought he did enough to win. He was turning that guy, he was turning him a lot. And frankly, like I think that fight was mostly fought in the middle of the ring there, and when that happens, those are tough to judge. It's really, really tough to judge because one guy's style is doing that on purpose to make it seem like he's doing a lot, and that's what I thought it was Puello. Now, Puello did respond well late, but still, I thought Sandor had won most of the rounds. So I was kind of shocked by that.
I'm gonna see it again, man. That's another fight that I gotta see again because I remember seeing it and I had it 7-5 for Sandor, with a couple of swing rounds, to be honest with you. But I gotta see it again because Alberto Puello, bro, not for nothing, bro. He's always in a super close fight, man.
I thought you're right because I thought. Now let me ask you this: did you think he beat Matias?
Great question. I don't.
I kind of think he did.
But I'm biased. I kind of disqualify myself because I like me some, I'm Puerto Rican, right? But beside that, I love Sobre Matias. So it's like, and listen, I lived in Dominican Republic for a while. I love me some Dominicans, but I gotta, you know what, bro? I'm not gonna lie. I gotta see it again because there were so many swing rounds in that fight. My goodness, like
right? Yeah, that was tough, bro.
Yeah.
And I wasn't mad that Sabril won, but like, I thought at the end, I was like, man, I don't know. I think Puello, because for me, I thought I thought that was like his last hoorah to like be in a title fight since he had been kind of waiting so long and then of course failing on the test. So
yeah,
I thought he, which he did, he fought his guts out. And that is crazy. OKC Thunder 24-1. That's good. And you're right. I kind of want to rewatch that. What?
Oh yeah.
What? That was on the undercard of like a big fight. I forget.
Yes. Give me 1 second. I'll let you know. It was either Benavides and I think it was Benavides and Bubu Andrade, but I'll let you know right now. I could be wrong. Highlights.
I think Andrade sucks. He showed promise early, but just I don't know. It's hard to tell, man, because for me, my boxing fandom, which is very minuscule probably to yours and every other, fanatic out there, but he didn't fight anybody. And then when he did, bro, he got his butt whooped, and David got rid of him quick. So that let me know, like, you were never that good, bro. I'm sorry. It might have just not been your night, but like, nah. When I seen that, I was like, nah, bro. Like,
Yeah, David steamrolled him, bro. It was hard to watch, and I kept telling people. And I think I told Shawa that um, Anthony Yard had to get David Benavides respect within the first 2 rounds. If
That
not,
didn't
it's
happen.
over.
That didn't happen. Oh my gosh, that did
Exactly,
not happen.
exactly. Not even close.
And what was shocking about it is that, dude, Anthony Yard didn't fight like that. He doesn't fight off the back foot.
Oh, it was Tank versus Roach. It was on the undercard of Tank versus Roach. There you go.
It was?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that was this year. Wow.
Yeah, March.
Wow. Wow, man. I always say this, man. I like that fight with Tank and Roach. I thought it was pretty exciting. It was like after 3 rounds, maybe two, maybe even two, but after 3 rounds, Tank just said, F it. I'm just going to start going for broke. And that's why I thought he won, dude, because he initiated all the offense. Roach just, had a great beard and stood there and took it and was able to counter with him. But I thought Tank did enough, offensively. He had a lot of scoring punches, man. Like people forget that. They just, of course, the epic knee and him qualifying himself. I get that, but the ref allowed it, man. So,
Now
oh
let me
well.
ask you this: if that would have been like a 10-8, right? If that would have been ruled as a knockdown, would you still see a Tank as the winner,
Yeah,
regardless? Okay.
yeah. Because I thought, go back and I'm not a stat guy, but the stats told me that old boy dominated him in all the categories, and people just wanted to win at the knee and stuff, and I was just like, all right, and then for like a challenger for Lamont, bro, you don't have to do more than that. You don't have to do more than that, like to take the champ's belt. To me, I thought. So I was a little taken back by that, but I'm not mad at it. Now in hindsight, I'm not mad that people thought he should have lost and blah blah but that's what happens when you're that's what happens when you're Tank and you're on top. When you're a top guy, everybody wants you to lose, man. That's why I don't be kind of coming at Tank like that. Like that's his blessing, man. He's a top guy. He was a guy who was highly promoted and sought after and put in that position. So, when you're that guy, everybody wants to beat you, bro. Everybody. Even if they don't call you out or say it. Like, and I'm talking gleaming over to like fandom too. Like everybody wants you to lose. So
Yeah, there's a few things about Tank. Now, there's quite a few things to love about Tank, and obviously, there's quite a few things to not love so much about Tank. But I've never so Tank and Shakur and quite a few others. I've never been a fan, and I've never been a hater either. I respect them. I appreciate what they can do in the ring in their own respective ways. Just to give you an overview of what I think of them. Now let me get into the microscope here. The Tank Davis, to me, has the talent and potential to be an all-time great fighter. I have no doubt about that. He has given me memorable moments already. His knockout of Leo Santa Cruz is probably the most beautiful uppercut knockout I've ever seen, and I've seen quite a few of them. His performance against Frank Martin, his performance against Mario Barrios, his performance against Sniper Pedraza. So he
that
has,
Mario Barrios win was nuts. That was a nut. Like that was crazy. That was good skill being displayed, I thought.
for sure, for sure. He's given me a lot of reasons to believe because the reason why I said he's dangerously close to being in that basket of wasted talent is because I think that he has the capability of being an all-time great fighter. I really, really do. Otherwise, you wouldn't go into a wasted talent basket if you had no talent to begin with. But he's given me a lot of reasons to like him a lot in the ring. He has that eye of the tiger, as I like to call it, using Rocky reference, because there's a level of insanity when you look at certain people. Certain people in the upper echelon of combat, just to keep it in boxing, like Jao Petaya, like David Benavides, like Artur Batur, like there's something different about them. You look at them and you can tell they've reached that level of what I like to call it, that level of insanity that is required to even be at that level, let alone excel at it. So, um, and I'm forgetting a few other things, by the way. Go ahead.
No, I like what you said. You can just, when you look at these guys, I said that the last time we spoke. I said that, look, these guys, you can just tell. You don't have, there's no words to really describe it. You can just tell. You just know when that presence walk in the room that these guys are all business and they mean that.
Yes.
They mean that. That's why I like them so much, especially, like I said last time we spoke, I really I like David and I like Devin because they respect the game. Win, lose, or draw, they respect the game. And they're gonna go down and remember that because those guys really wanted to fight the best and be the best. And again, win, lose, or draw, I'm down. A lot of these guys that we talk about day in and day out, not built like that, man. They're not. Not even close. Yeah, it's not even close. And I know I can be hypocritical, critical, and for funny measures be humorous about some of the situations, but when it comes down to it, a lot of these guys, to me, irony that they just don't want it, man. They just don't want it because they'd rather have a career than actually have to fight for it. And I relate to that, to my personal life, my real life, and just real life situations, man. You gotta die for what you believe in. You gotta die for what you gotta do. You gotta put in the work, man. Not saying that those guys don't train hard enough. I'm just saying, like, there's an essence about that.
Yes, sir. I put a video on my Discord. I'm gonna send it to you by the private chat. I would love for you to watch that video. It's on Jao Petaya talking about mindset. It's like 5-6 minutes.
Oh, definitely will. And I'll get back to you on it.
Yes, a lot of what you just said right now, dying for what you believe in and everything, which I rock with 100%. By the way, is being echoed in this interview. Let me send it to the private chat. You can watch it whenever you can. You know, you're gonna love it. It's under 5 minutes. Yeah, you're gonna absolutely love it. And I have to go, brother. I mean, I can talk to you all day, brother. But,
Yeah.
Gotta do something. Can you give me a closing statement?
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure. And please, I think Shala may go live here in the next, probably tomorrow or even the next day or the next day after that. Just be aware. And if you got time, hop on, man. We'd love to have you again.
For sure. And it's an honor having you, brother. Thank you so much
man.
for pulling up. And that's my brother right there, Stephen Brown. As he knows, he's more than welcome always to join the show. Puro Sur, how you doing? Puro, I'm just about to leave, brother. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, Puro. You're gonna hop on. That's my guy right there.
I still like sucky fighters, Puro. Oh my gosh. Love you, man. Love you guys too, man. Be cool. All right, brother. I'm gonna get back with you.
God bless. That's my brother, Steph Brown. Puro, my guy. God bless you, brother. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to go, but tomorrow I'm gonna go live, Puro. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna go live at this hour, and I'm gonna be calling the Imam Kataib fight, God willing. Okay, and I'm gonna open up the panel for anybody and everybody, and I'm gonna take note of what you said, Steph, about Shawa. Definitely love that panel, love that channel, and I'm gonna hop on for sure. All right, this was your boy Irony Boxing coming. Was laughing. This was your boy Irony coming through with the 50-second live. Let's end it with the Lord's Prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Special thank you to my brother Stephen Brown, Lone Star Steph, Puro Sur. God bless you, gentlemen. Oscar Pérez, el carnal. Que Dios te bendiga, mi hermano. We had Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. What an honor in the house as well. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I will go live tomorrow, and we shall see you soon. Peace.